There's nothing more annoying than having a charge off on your credit report. I know how it feels, guys. Listen, I was once in that situation, and guess what? In this video, I am going to share with you how you can be able to go ahead and get charge off removed off of your credit report in little to no time. Yes, I'm going to share with you guys the exact blueprint, and you definitely want to stay in because guess what? This is the 2026 version, so you definitely want to go ahead and tap on it. All right, check it out.
This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep.
Hey, what's going on, Blueprint Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Respect My Blueprint show, where we talk everything and give you the blueprint on personal finance, credit, business credit, entrepreneurship, and everything in between, okay? Now, in today's video, I am going to share with you guys how to remove one of the most damaging items off of your credit report, okay? And, you know, there's plenty of things. It's not a late payment, it's not a collection or anything like that. We're talking about an actual charge off that's being reported on your credit report, okay? Now, having a charge off, if you may not understand, it can be one of the most damaging things that you can have on your credit report, as basically that is when the lender has typically written off the debt after so many non-payments, or once the account has fallen to a certain status of it being in a derogatory status, right? So with that being said, you know, I am going to share with you guys how to be able to go ahead and tackle and being able to go ahead and dispute and get these items removed off of your credit report, especially in 2026. I mean, if you may not be aware, with the introduction of the new credit scoring models like FICO 10T and the new underwriting guidelines that a lot of lenders as well as creditors are using nowadays, charge-offs can drop your credit score from anywhere from 80 to 150 points, depending on how recent it is and the balance of the charge-off. So here's the truth. A lot of people don't know about this. Charge-offs can be removed. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the blueprint for you guys so you can be able to go ahead and do so and get these items removed off of your credit report. All right. So first things first, in order to be able to go ahead and challenge and get a charge off removed off your credit report, you have to be able to go ahead and see what it is that you're challenging. You have to get access to your credit. Okay. Now, this is one of the most important steps. Can't fix what you can't see, right? So the first thing you want to do is pull a full 3-bureau copy of your actual credit report. All right. So it's very, very important. Now you can there's free platforms where you can do so, such as annualcreditreport.com. Although you will not get a copy of your credit scores, it will give you access to your full 3-bureau credit report. Or you can go ahead and go to any credit monitoring website, which, you know, that is your favorite or that you're normally accustomed to. But the key thing here is that you want and access to your Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion credit report. Okay. Of course, for anything that you see that's out of place on your credit report, anything that's in violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which we're going to go ahead and talk about further in this video. Okay. So, I mean, a lot of people don't even understand how the importance of staying on top of your credit report and monitoring your credit, especially in 2026. With identity theft on the rise and everything like that, you want to be able to go ahead and check your credit report on a weekly, if not at least on a monthly basis. As a matter of fact, there is a statistic that shows that nearly 70% of individuals' credit reports have at least one or more errors on there. Okay, is one of the most frequent items that's reporting on individuals' credit reports inaccurately. So you definitely want to make sure that you're staying on top of that. Okay, so once you have done that and access your credit report, you have it in front of you, your full 3-bureau credit report. Now you're ready to go ahead and put your blueprint together and being able to go ahead and identify the errors that's on your credit report. Okay. This is a very important aspect here because now you are actually visualizing and planning your attack to be able to go ahead and get the charge off removed off your credit report. Okay. So what you want to do, of course, whether you get a highlighter, a pen and paper, or you can just simply, write on the credit report, you want to go ahead and look for all of the inaccuracies that's reporting on your credit report. Now, remember, under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, items that's appearing on your credit report must be reporting accurately, as well as it must be verifiable. If it's not adhering to the Fair Credit Reporting Act as far as it reporting accurately, guess what? You have a right to have this item either corrected or removed off your credit report. So what are some of the things that you're looking for on your credit report as far as the inaccuracy comes? All right. You want to look for, of course, things such as different balances within the credit bureaus, okay? Different dates that's reporting on the credit bureau, different account numbers, whether the accounts are being reported correctly, whether it's opened or charged off, okay? Also, any that are not uniform within all three bureaus gives you grounds to be able to go ahead and challenge it and have it removed or corrected off your credit report. Okay. Again, under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, information must be accurate and verifiable. If it's inconsistent, guess what? You have a right to be able to dispute it. Not only that, you'll be able to go ahead and escalate it and get it to the point of litigation as well, too, if they don't have the item removed off your credit report. All right. So that right there lets you know, guys, once you have identified all of the errors on your credit report, then you have a plan of attack to be able to go ahead and move on to the next step, attack. All right. Now, the next is a very important step that a lot of people overlook. And again, there's a lot of debate about this online from different social media channels or credit gurus or social media influencers as far as this particular step, which is freezing your secondary bureaus. I've always been a proponent of it, not just for the fact that it's going to increase your level of success in being successful in getting items removed off your credit report, but nevertheless, you want to be able to go ahead and freeze the secondary bureaus because just in the day and age that we're in right now with identity theft, privacy issues and everything like that, data breaches, you don't want to expose yourself to the dark web or on the internet, and you want to limit that exposure as much as possible. And the best way to do so is limit access to your personal information to any credit reporting agencies out there. Okay. So with that being said, this next step, I highly encourage you to do so before you send your dispute out, which is freezing the secondary bureaus. Okay. Now, of course, the secondary bureaus, these are specialized credit reporting agencies such as Innovis, LexisNexis, CoreLogic, SageStream. You want to be able to go ahead and opt out of these credit reporting agencies or freeze access to them and place in a security freeze, which of course, this is number one, is going to prevent them from selling your information to third-party websites or data brokers. Number two is also, once you initiate your dispute process, this is going to prevent the big three credit reporting agencies from accessing the specialized reporting agencies, which again, that's for the most part, these specialized credit reporting agencies is what the big three rely upon to be able to go ahead and cross-reference any type of data upon you. So it is very important to be able to go ahead and not make it easy for them and go ahead and freeze the secondary bureaus. Okay. Again, not only just for lenders, but not just for the credit reporting agencies, but lenders also cross-reference these secondary bureaus as well too. So freezing it limits the automated verification process, and it also forces a manual investigation with a lot of lenders, which of course that eats up that 30-day clock, which we're going to talk about. That is the next step. And of course, if you want to be able to know how to freeze your secondary bureaus, we'll talk about that later on in the video, but let's go ahead and keep it going right now. All right. So the next step, once you have went ahead and pulled your credit report, you have went ahead and identified all of the errors, and you have frozen the secondary bureaus, Now, the next step is you're ready to go ahead and get in the meat and potatoes and file an actual dispute with the credit reporting agencies. All right. Now, it's very, very important that once you set that, when you create your dispute letter and you send your dispute, that you dispute with all three bureaus and you keep it simple. Listen, you're not arguing, you're just requesting an investigation based upon the errors that you've identified on your credit report. Okay. So on your dispute letter, very, very simple, a sample dispute paragraph that you can go ahead and put inside of the dispute letter is, hey, this account contains inaccurate reporting, including inconsistent balance and delinquency dates. Please investigate and remove if unverifiable under Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 1681I. That's it. Okay. Of course, you want to be, of course, on the letter, you're going to put your personal information on the top. Then you're going to go ahead and just list the accounts that you want to go ahead and dispute on the dispute letter. Then sign the bottom of it. And that's it, guys. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be overly, filled with a lot of legal jargon or anything like that. You just want to keep it straight and simple. So therefore, because again, you want to be able to get to the point. You want the credit bureaus to tackle your issue, be able to go ahead and investigate, conduct a proper investigation, and have this item either corrected or removed off your credit report. Now, make sure once you send your dispute letter that you send it with a copy of your driver's license, proof of address, such as a utility bill, bank statement, or anything like that, and also a highlighted copy of your credit report showing the inaccuracies that you have identified within your three bureau credit report. Okay. Of course, again, you are trying to make it very easy for the credit bureaus to be able to go ahead and see what the error is and have them fix it or correct it. Okay. Now, it's very, very important also, once you send your dispute letter, that you do send it with certified tracking as well too, because remember, this is all about building a paper trail. This is all about being able to go ahead and keep the credit reporting agencies accountable, because they have 30 to 45 days to investigate as well as make a decision as far as removing or deleting this item off your credit report. In the instance that they don't do so, which of course we all know that the credit reporting agencies, how they play, right? In the event that they don't do so, you have the evidence and the paper trail to be able to go ahead and take it to the next level and possibly litigation, if that's the case, to be able to go ahead and get this item taken care of. All right. So it's very, very important that you understand that you, with your dispute letter, you include your documentation as well as you send it off with the return receipt. All right. So now, once you have done that, now the next step, now a lot of people going to debate on this step as far as what's the proper way to do so and everything like that. I'm going to let you know for this next step, which is sending a debt validation letter or disputing with the original creditor. Now, here's what I recommend. A lot of people would tell you that you should wait after the 30 to 45 day period of your initial dispute with the credit reporting agencies to send your debt validation letter to the original creditor in the event that you fail. What I say here, and again, what I believe in and what I've seen has been the most success for a lot of my clients as well as our community, is sending the debt validation letter in simultaneously with the dispute letter that you're sending to the credit reporting agencies. So in other words, you're going to send your dispute letter with the credit reporting agencies, and you're also going to send a debt validation letter to the original creditor as well too. Okay. This is all going to be done in your first round of disputes. Do not wait until after you send your first letter with the credit reporting agencies and wait for a response to send the debt validation letter. That's just eating up unnecessary time. And again, speed is the key name of the game here. All right. So we want to be able to get charge-offs removed off our credit report in little to no time. All right. So So in this particular step, sending out a dual dispute is the most powerful way, guys. So again, sending out a direct validation letter to the original creditor. And again, you're not arguing, you're not begging or anything like that. You're simply requesting in this debt validation letter that you are requesting for the creditor to substantiate the debt that they state that you owe. Okay. And of course, they are, the burden of proof then is placed upon them under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Okay. And therefore, they are required to provide you all evidence that they have on hand, if they have any, to be able to go ahead and substantiate that you legally owe on this debt. Okay. Now, under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 23, furnishers must report accurately items on your credit report. So if they can't validate the debt properly, guess what? They must remove the item off your credit report. So once you send this debt validation letter, the key thing here is that you want them to provide you all of the evidence, and you using this evidence to be able to go ahead and cross-reference with the items that you're disputing or the charge-offs that you're disputing on your credit report. And this is a way to, again, further build your paper trail, further build your evidence. So therefore, you'll be able to go ahead and take this to the next level if need be, to be able to go ahead and get this item removed off of your credit report. Okay. Stop wearing trends, guys, and start wearing the blueprint. Check out the Blueprint Movement website where mindset meets drip. Listen, the Blueprint Movement website is just not all about clothing. It's about statement. It's about ownership. It's about discipline. It's all about getting to the next level. And if you want to be able to go ahead and do so, go ahead and put yourself in position with the merch from the Blueprint Movement website here, guys. All right, listen, if you're all about wanting to build wealth, build credit, build a future for yourself, hit the link down below and check out the drip. That'll go ahead and get you to the next level. All right, check out the website, guys. See you on the inside. So there you have it, guys. This is these are the foundational steps to be able to go ahead and get charge-offs removed off your credit report. Again, the law is pretty clear, guys. There's no ambiguity about it or anything like that. It's clearly unequivocal that if items reporting on your credit report are not accurate or verifiable, it must be deleted or removed. All right. So following these simple steps, it doesn't have to take a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-month process that a lot of people are, probably have heard about or they're fearful of or anything like that. It simply takes strategic planning and knowing how to execute, right? Knowing how to be able to go ahead and follow the proper steps, being able to go ahead, freezing your secondary bureaus, sending out the dual dispute on the first round. And again, if they don't give you the appropriate response on the first round, you have grounds to be able to go ahead and take it to the next level. All right. Now, of course, if it comes back that the charge off is indeed accurate and recent, you do have options, guys. The game is not over, right? So what you can do is you can also negotiate a pay for delete. All right. Now, some people may say write a Goodwill letter or negotiate a settlement. I don't believe that. All right. There's only one option where the charge off ends up being deemed as verified, is doing a pay for deletion. And what this is basically you're going to reach out to the original creditor or the debt collection company, and you're going to basically negotiate a settlement. But the settlement is going to be in lieu of having this item removed off of your credit report. Okay. So in other words, what you're doing is you're reaching out to the creditor and you're letting them know, hey, I'm willing to go ahead and settle on this particular debt. And it could be for a hugely discounted amount, sometimes 40, 50%, or even 60% of what the original amount is. You're willing to settle on that amount if they're willing to go ahead and remove the item off of your credit report. Now, this is very, very important because, again, you don't want to pay the debt without you having this agreement in writing or having this agreement in place, having this agreement or codifying this agreement in the first place with the creditor. All right. Reason being, you don't want to lose your leverage. Also, whether it's having a paid collection or unpaid collection reporting on your credit report, or a paid charge off or unpaid charge off, has the same damaging effect on your credit. So, in other words, just because you've paid a charge off and it reports on your credit report as paid, guess what? It's still going to show on your credit report as a charge off, which of course is still going to have your credit score in the same area where it's at right now. So it's very, very important before you send any money or agree to any terms with the creditor on a pay for deletion, that they not only agree to it, but they send it to you in writing. So therefore, you have the evidence that in the event that you pay this charge off or this collection and they don't remove it, guess what? You have grounds to be able to go ahead and further escalate it as well too. All right. And of course, being able to escalate it, you have plenty of options. There are a lot of consumer agencies and advocacy groups out there, such as the Better Business Bureau, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the state attorney's office of the state that you're located in. In the event that these items are still appearing on your credit report after you have challenged them and it's a clear violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or the creditor has agreed to remove the item off of your credit report for a pay for deletion to have it done so, guess what? You can go ahead and dispute with any one of these agencies to be able to apply some pressure on them to have them removed off your credit report. Okay. Again, guys, it's all about moving strategically. Guess what? The time frame of all of this can be anywhere from 30 to 90 days. 30 to 90 days, all right? And again, under the FICO 10T, the recent the charge off matters. The recent the charge off is has a huge, huge effect on it impacting your credit report. Okay. So quick recap, guys. Very important. Number one, first thing you want to do is pull a copy of your credit report. Once you have pulled a copy of your credit report, then the next thing you want to do is identify all of the errors that you want to go ahead and attack, particularly charge-offs. Once you have done so, then you want to freeze your secondary bureaus. Once you have frozen your secondary bureaus, then you're ready to execute your dual dispute strategy, which is sending a dispute to the credit reporting agencies, to the big three, as well as sending a debt validation letter to the original creditor as well too. If you can negotiate for a pay for deletion in the event that the item is inaccurate and the credit reporting agency and the original creditor is not willing to play ball, guess what? You have grounds to be able to go ahead and hand over your evidence to a consumer law attorney, or file arbitration, or even file litigation directly to the creditor as well as the credit reporting agency, and fight to go ahead and not only get this item removed off your credit, but also seek damages as well too.
Hey, what's going on, Blueprinters? This is a video that I want to go ahead and share with you guys to encourage you guys to go ahead and join the Blueprinter community. If you want to go ahead and level up to that next level in building generational wealth, as well as empowering yourselves on financial literacy and credit literacy, I definitely encourage you to go ahead and join the Blueprint movement. We have some great things that's up and coming down the pipeline of this year. Many of you guys know my rags to riches story started actually right after the pandemic, with that story and my experience during that time frame of me being a successful serial entrepreneur, launching the different ventures that we're launching here. And I felt like it's an obligation for me to go ahead and share it with you guys in my experiences, as well as, the trials and tribulations that I was able to learn and overcome. With that being said, guys, definitely go ahead and join the Blueprinter community. Tap in with us. We have some major things coming down the pipeline. I'm very excited with the movement. I'm very excited on where we're going. I'm definitely encouraging you guys to definitely tap in and join us, man. Listen, not only are we going to show you how to build generational wealth, but we're going to have a good time in doing it. All right. So tap on in with your boy. All right. See you later. Bye.
All right. But what you do not want to do, you don't want to go ahead and dispute everything in a blind manner. Don't get emotional or anything like that. Because again, one trip up, you can go ahead and reset the statute of limitations. You can go ahead or mistakenly admit to a debt that potentially isn't yours, or even put yourself in a worse position that you're currently in with the item reporting on your credit report. All right. But there you have it, guys. I hope this video has been very impactful, a little longer than I expected. Did a little bit of rambling, but guess what? Hey, wanted to go ahead and drop you some game. You know, a lot of this knowledge that I'm sharing with you guys is pure experience in my credit repair journey, as well as the lessons that I've learned to be able to go ahead and help hundreds of individuals to get items removed off of their credit as well too. So, you know, if you want to be able to go ahead and deal with collections and get charge-offs or late payments removed off your credit report, but guess what? We have a free community that we have launched. I definitely would like for you to check out. This is our school community. The link is in the description. Not only in this community that we help individuals pair, build, and leverage their credit, but we're also helping individuals to be able to build generational wealth, obtain business credit, as well as unlock financial freedom as well too. If you want to be part of the fastest growing school community in 2026, check out the link down below. We definitely would like for you to be part of it, okay? Also, if you got a lot of great value from this video, do me a huge favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, as well as hit the bell notification. We drop videos twice per week on topics like this. So we definitely would like for you to be able to go ahead and engage with us, be part of our community, as well as learn to be able to level up in 2026. Share this content with any friends or family members of your choice. Listen, to be able to go ahead and help them as well too. But other than that, thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, we're going to catch you on the flip side. Take care. Bye-bye.
Blueprint, yeah. Blueprint. This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it, cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep, Wesley Paul with Blueprint. This guests are exclusive. Get on and tune in and then learn some new tips about credit, finance, investment. A nice chance to get rich and buy land. Flip it, quick 9 bands. Learn all the skills from Wesley did it. Learn how to build successful business. Run up a mill and get the digits. Run up a mill. Look, safe place where guests are speaking. Based off financial freedom. All facts, no cap, believe it. Podcast, you have to see it.